Hey guys, it's Vishan from USJ 4x4. So I'm back with one of those mini-sodes. Just to recap, this is for the 60 series. The 60 series is getting the 2UZ with the 80 series axles. So the last round we put the 80 series axles already front one in, and we were trying to do the back, but we found a lot of rust at the rear of the chassis. So that has been sorted. We basically cut a section off, plated it back, reinforced the place, put a cross member in, mainly because we had to run the upper links for the rear axle. So that is in as well. And for those of you wondering, like, why don't you just take a 60, put it on an 80 series put 80 series chassis, and call it a day? So in Malaysia, we can't, mainly because for registration purposes, the chassis is important. So it has to still be a 60 series chassis with a 60 series cabin. That's how it works here. And also engine mounts, we can't do like those hack or solid mount engine mounts. We have to actually utilize back proper engine mount. So in this case, the 2UZ is sitting in it with the 100 series engine mounts, which we did a custom mount for it. And then the cross member for the gearbox has been shifted back because the A442F obviously is slightly different in dimension wise to mount. And overall engine length, the powertrain length is also different. So of course, if we had the opportunity to put the cabin on for 60 on the 80, that will make our job a lot easier. But we don't get that opportunity, so that's what we have to work with what we have. But the main reason for this video is mainly to update regarding the wiring. So we have shifted our focus into that since it's already a rolling chassis right now. We actually started quite early in the week, but my head was not in a proper form just because of it. As we were pulling out and trying to trace wires. So this car is a 24 volt vehicle, and the problem is people like to put a lot of converters. So we found like 3 additional converters from 24 to 12 volt in the car. Look, there's nothing wrong with converters. If it just depends how you use them. So you don't want to keep them on permanent current. So this will cause drawing. But obviously, people use it for audio, so they want the memory. Hence why it was on a permanent 12 volt, and that would have eventually killed the car if the owner still maintained the system. So as we were taking out, we found things like wires. So there's so many places where they tapped wires from. So the blower motor shared wire with the power window that also shared with one of the actuators. So I was like, and the thing is, although yes, we're doing back everything, so this wouldn't matter, but I still require the hardware. So I still need the switches. I still need the place where they go. So, and the thing is, I wanted to find how the factory routed the wires so we can sort of follow back. Although basically what we'll be doing is having 2 fuse boxes, two main fuse boxes, one to control the engine on the passenger side, and the driver side will be for all the body harness and things like that. So that too, it's like imagine a junction block that you see on modern day cars on left and right. We're going to build back with the same concept, but obviously everything we're going back to 12 volt. The wiper motors will be converted as well. The power window motors will be down to 12 volt as well. So my advice for anyone who is doing this, if you want an easier job, look for a vehicle that is already 12 volt. That way you have to do a lot less. But if not, for this owner, obviously you wanted to start with a good base. Exterior wise, this is a really good base in the sense of it has all its parts, and also actually inside most of the components are there, so it makes it easy for us to do the conversion. But there's a lot of things that we have to undo. So the previous owner put in a lot of sound deadening material or soundproofing material that was not meant for a vehicle. They're mainly meant for household use, and the thing is they laid it down so thick that the aircon blower wouldn't even sit properly in. So that's something we have to undo. So again, if you guys are doing any of the soundproofing or heat proofing or whatever you're doing, do it with a purpose. So if you're trying to heat proof, then you utilize material that is meant for that. And if you're trying to dampen, then you utilize material meant for that. And less is more. So don't have to stack per se. It's just use what is needed, because after a while, I mean, a lot of videos are out there where after a certain amount, it's non-functional anymore. You're just going to weigh down the car. So keep in mind when you're doing that. And of course, another thing they did was the pillars were all wrapped with vinyl, and there's actually louvers at the back there that needs to be open. It shouldn't be wrapped up. So this is something that we have to undo as well. But luckily, thankfully, that the owner is doing he's redoing back the interior with us. This time we're going with leather. So previously is some leatherette. So we're going with leather, and then we're also doing back the paint as well on this. But of course, there's a lot of labor to actually undo a lot of the stuff. But it's just time and manpower that we would have to do. But overall, it's still a fun build. I'm looking forward to building the harness for the wiring so that we can actually get her started while in the 60. So that's the exciting part, to hear the V8 started in the 60 series. So that's our next thing going to be, and I think my next update would be on the RRC as well. So that one we've already almost done all the metal work for it, for the custom bumper front and rear, and also the hood. Next would be just need to decide with the layout of the dashboard with the owner. So there are certain things that is particular about that I will discuss with him, and then once I have that finalized, I will discuss it. I will let you guys know about it. And the one that I really need to talk about is the Ford Ranger Raptor, the 2.0 engine that we're building back. Look, it's something, to me, it's a flawed platform. Even with such good care, it still failed, and it's something that people should know about when they're trying to go and look into getting this cars, or even getting a second-hand unit of this cars. So it's a very hard engine to rebuild back because there's actually no new pistons, which is, I think Ford is trying to get you to just buy a whole engine. So that's something to keep in mind. And also another thing is, this vehicle that we're building back, the Ford only has 50,000, less than 50,000 kilometers on it. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to my ramble. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.